Hello students, in this lecture video, I'll be talking about the topic organ-specific and tissue-specific manifestation. Now, whenever any disease occurs in a human body, it is caused, when we are talking about infectious diseases, it is caused by microbes. Now, when microorganisms, they are infecting us, the symptoms which we will have or the organs or tissues that will be, affected, this will be determined by the point of entry from where these microbes have entered the body. So, for example, if they are entering through air, then most probably it will be via nose and they are likely to go to the lungs, like in tuberculosis. Then, if the entry is through mouth, they can stay in the stomach gut lining causing typhoid, or they can go to the liver, this organ they can infect, like the viruses causing jaundice. Now, another type of infection, which is HIV, we looked into it via sexual organs, where they will go to the lymph nodes, and then all over the body they are going to infect the immune cells. Similarly, for malaria, the mosquito bite, after that they will go to the liver and then to the red blood cells. Then there is virus causing Japanese encephalitis or brain fever. Again, through mosquito bite, where it will go? It will go in the blood and it will finally infect brain. So you can see the point of entry from where the pathogen has entered will determine which path it will take, which symptoms will be observed, and finally which organs will be infected. So signs and symptoms will depend on the tissue that is infected. Like if lungs are infected, what will be the symptoms? Cough and breathlessness. If liver is targeted, what will be the symptoms? It will cause the inflammation of liver causing jaundice. Again, if brain is infected, the symptom will be headache, vomiting and unconsciousness. Okay, so again, what is deciding factor? Again, the main thing is the entry of pathogen, from where it enters, which symptoms are caused and which organs are affected. Then coming to another disease where there are general seeming effects, like in HIV infection. In HIV, what happens? The virus, it goes to the immune system. So immunity is disturbed. Now the body can no longer fight any disease. So even minor infections, they can become major infections. Like even a common cold, which is a flu, it can become pneumonia. Similarly, any stomach infection can become diarrhea, which will lead to blood loss also. So means it can also be fatal to such people. So another way we can say that the severity of a disease depends on the number of microbes. If the number of microbes are more, the severity of the disease will be more. If it is less, it will be minor and sometimes it is unnoticed also. Okay, so if it is life-threatening disease, means the immune system is playing a major role here. Why immune system? Because it is going to determine the number of microbes which are surviving in the body. That is why these days, main thing we talk about is immunity. So if immunity is good, even if we are suffering, or means if we are infected with some amount of microorganisms, our natural immune response is going to, try to kill it or decrease the number of microbes. But if our immune response is not up to the mark, we are not taking care of our health or balanced diet, then the disease can go severe.